this video, we will be discussing the pulse oximeter. We carry different models, but they all have the same functionality and serve the same purpose. All of our units are portable and have a battery life ranging from 4 hours to 24 hours. It is important to always have your unit plugged in and charging whenever you're at home. When you leave your home, make sure to always carry your charging cable with you. Your power button to your device is typically located in the front of the unit, such as this one here. Simply clicking on it should power on your device. To shut off your device, simply push down on your power button for about 5 seconds and your screen should shut off. The purpose of the pulse oximeter is to monitor your child's heart rate and oxygen saturations based on the parameters provided to us by your child's doctor. Your parameters and readings can be found in the front of the device. SpO2 stands for your oxygen saturation. You will get your reading. Right next to it will have the high and low oxygen saturation parameters prescribed by your doctor. You will also get your heart rate reading, which will state PRBPM, which means pulse rate beats per minute. That will read your heart rate and it will state your parameters as well on the side with the high heart rate and low heart rate parameter prescribed by your doctor. Prior to your setup, one of our respiratory therapists will program the settings onto your machine and lock the device. This will ensure that no changes are made accidentally. Your child's physician will need to provide us with an order if they believe changes need to be made to his or her parameters. Upon setup, you will receive 4 pulse oximeter probes, hypoallergenic tape, silk wrap, your patient cable cord, your unit, and a travel case. Your probes will be shipped out monthly, which would make 1 probe used per week. Placement of your probe is extremely important. Proper positioning has a lot to do with getting a clear reading. If you are working with an older child or an adult, proper placement would be on a finger or on a toe, like so. If you are working with an infant, proper probe placement would be on the foot. The probe has 2 sensors. When placing on the extremity, make sure they are aligned on top of one another, like so. Simply wrap the probe on the foot and make sure you don't wrap it too tightly. You always want to make sure that the wire to your probe is following the extremity. Once your probe is properly attached, it's time to connect your patient cable cord to your machine. Once that is connected, you can proceed with connecting your probe to your patient cable. Simply lift the protective cover. Make sure the arrows point to one another and align and insert, like so. Once inserted, click your cover back on and you should be good to go. If you find that your machine is having trouble picking up a heart rate or oxygen saturation, try repositioning your probe. If you do experience issues, you will get an alarm that sounds like this. You will typically get an alarm if your child has fallen out of the parameters as prescribed by your physician, or it is not picking up a proper reading. If repositioning your probe does not solve the issue, we recommend utilizing your foam wrap to help keep the probe in place, like so. Or you can also try placing a sock over your child's foot to keep the probe in place. As a reminder, we recommend switching sensor sites from one extremity to another every 4 to 6 hours to prevent skin damage or issues. When switching to the other extremity, make sure to restart your machine so that the machine can register the new site. This will help with getting a proper reading. If you notice the adhesive tape to your sensor probe wearing off, you can go ahead and remove the sticky tape. Cleaning the probe with rubbing alcohol or an alcohol wipe after removing the sticky tape can also help with getting a proper reading. This will help remove any dead skin, oils, or lotions that might be on the sensors. After cleaning the probe, you can reposition the probe on the extremity and secure with a hypoallergenic tape, like so. You can always cut your hypoallergenic tape in half to help better secure your probe to your extremity. Also, try not to over-tighten the tape. If you are still unable to obtain a proper reading, try placing a new probe. If you have any questions after watching this video, please give us a call and one of our team members will be happy to help.